You know, sometimes the community has the best ideas for content, and a while ago, someone on this channel asked me if pouring medium makes a great alternative for liquid clear when you work in acrylics and doing wet on wet. And you know what? I have no idea, which is weird because I use pouring medium all the time in my acrylic pours. So you know what? Tally and I are gonna put pouring medium to the test and find out if it makes a great substitute and alternative for all you acrylic artists out there that wanna do wet on wet painting. Here we go. So what is acrylic pouring medium? Well, to put it in general terms, when you introduce this medium to your paints, it's gonna take your thicker paints and make them more flexible and more flowy. It's also gonna reduce the chance of your paints crazing or cracking. And generally, most pouring mediums add in a high gloss finish. And for a win on wet artists, generally, most pouring mediums make your paints wetter for longer, which is probably generally why someone suggested this as an alternative for liquid clear. So, let's put it to the test. Here on our canvas, we're gonna divide it into two sides. On the left, Tally will be working in a more traditional sense, but we're gonna treat the pouring medium just like we would normal liquid clear and wet the canvas only. On the right side, we'll be wetting the canvas, but also mixing the pouring medium with our colors to see if we get a more wetter wet on wet technique. For this test, we're gonna be using golden open acrylics, which allows longer drying times, which is again, perfect for wet on wet. With the left side of our canvas wet, Tally starts painting like normal. When it comes to painting the sky, we are actually extremely happy with how the colors stayed wet, allowing us to blend the colors naturally right on the canvas, achieving awesome gradients as you can see here. However, that's where our happiness stopped. You see, when Tally started painting, I had the idea of actually timing the painting process of when we might start having issues. And you know what? We started having issues right around minute 2 and 30 seconds. Minute 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That seems like a better way of saying it. You see, our paint actually started tacking up. So much, in fact, that it actually started causing brush marks to show. We also noticed that the color isn't actually really sticking well. It's actually like not sticking at all. Most likely due to the pouring medium already tacking up and creating a barrier between the color and the canvas. I mean, like literally, look how poorly this is actually blending right now. Oh, and from here on out, everything just went downhill. Nothing's staying wet, nothing is blending in the way that we want, and it is a pain in the ass to mimic the wet on wet style. So basically stopped. Yeah, we just plain out stopped because everything was looking like poop. Acrylic pouring medium does not work as a liquid clear alternative for acrylics when you want to paint like Bob Ross in the wet on wet style. But before you stop watching, rather than calling it quits, Tally actually had a good suggestion. Pouring medium's just generally used for mixing in with your paints and going from there. So on the right side of the canvas, we're not gonna put down the pouring medium like we would liquid clear and kind of mimic the same thing. We're rather just going to put the pouring medium in our paints, mix it up, then apply it on our canvas and see how that goes, which means it's my turn up to paint. Now remember, since we know applying pouring medium to the canvas didn't work at all, I'm skipping that crappy step. Instead, I'm just gonna be adding a 50% mixture of the pouring medium to the colors that I'll be painting with. And again, yes, I'm using golden open acrylics. When painting my sky, again, I was actually really happy with the way I was able to blend colors to create an awesome sunset gradient. But when it came to evening out and leveling my brush strokes like I would with normal wet on wet painting, I was not a happy camper. And I mean like not at all. Trying to blend out my brush strokes and going side to side actually added more brush marks and strokes. When I moved on to my ocean, yes, I was able to get my colors to stick better than Tally, but it still looked like crap. Clouds stuck and blended like crap, ocean reflections blended and faded like crap. It was just straight up crap all around. I was not happy with how this pouring medium experiment was going. I was hoping for better results. You weren't even close to being what we wanted, which is so weird because it has everything that we want in it. You know, I can't safely recommend acrylic pouring medium if you plan on using acrylics to try to mimic the wet on wet style. However, there are some other mediums that work 10 times better than this. I can safely recommend the golden gloss glazing medium, the golden thinner, and the golden retarder. That works a lot better than the pouring medium, and that's the bottom line because Wild said so. If you clicked on this video hoping that pouring medium was going to be the perfect liquid clear and that you could take that and mix it with your titanium white to make the perfect liquid white for acrylic artists, I'm sorry, it's not that. But you know what is? This video over here to the side where I share with you my super secret recipe to make Wild's wet white, which is perfect for all you acrylic artists out there. Give that video a shot and I'll catch you all on the next one. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, give that super thanks, do whatever you want to show your appreciation, and I'll catch you next time. Take care, and of course, peace.